Are you a Windows desktop application developer and still test your interfaces by clicking manually? It's time to stop wasting hours adjusting pixels like in the 90s and let artificial intelligence take full control of your UI. Imagine this. You have a bug in your application, a misaligned button or one that does nothing. Usually, you would have to go into the code, search for the XAML, recompile, and click to test. But what if you could simply tell your computer, hey, check why this button doesn't work, fix it, and test it for me? Sounds unreal, right? Today, we're going to let an AI take full control over a Windows application so it can find visual errors, type text, and completely redesign it on its own. Let's see how it's done. To understand how we're going to achieve this, we first have to talk about MCP servers, or Model Context Protocol. If you've created web applications recently, you might be familiar with this scenario. You have a page with a button called Generate Password, but when you click, it throws a 404 error because the URL doesn't exist. If you use a popular MCP server called Playwright, fixing this is pure magic. Playwright gives your AI tools to perform clicks, close the browser, drag elements, or upload files. You just write instructions like launch the application, check if the Generate Password button works, and if not, fix it. The AI opens the web, checks the 404 error, goes to the code, repairs it, reopens the page, clicks the button, and checks that now it takes you to the homepage. All in seconds. This is amazing for the web. But what about those of us who build applications focused on Windows? This is where today's star comes in, a project called FlyUI MCP. According to its own description, FlyUI MCP is a server for automating desktop applications on Windows using the native APIs of UI automation. Basically, it allows us to enable AI agents to fix or create desktop applications as easily as Playwright does for web applications. Instead of web tools, this server gives AI the power to launch an executable, take screenshots from your monitor, and handle native elements. It can press buttons, retrieve text, and automate workflows that regular Visual Studio Code agents simply cannot access. Let's install it. The documentation tells us to download the latest release. However, since sometimes there is no official release compiled, we have to use the green button in the repository and choose Download Zip. Once you download it and unzip it on your computer, you'll see a folder structure. The only folder we're interested in is the one named SRC. Go inside here and find the folder flyui.mcp. Copy the full path of this folder because you're going to need it. The guide gives us two options for configuring it: adding the executable to the MCP configuration or using .NET Run. We will use the .NET Run approach. But first, let me introduce the patient. I have here a WPF application that I'm going to run. Take a good look at it. It has several serious issues. There are some circles in the interface that look terrible. The buttons at the bottom have no style and look very bad. The user's profile photo is completely misconfigured, and in general, there are a lot of elements that are simply not functional. The idea is to use our new MCP server to fix this mess. To do that, let's go to the Visual Studio Code chat in the Tools Configuration section down here and click to add an MCP server. We choose an stdio command. To generate the template, I enter the temporary name test and set it to run only in the current workspace. This creates an mcp.json file. Now, let's go back to the repository page, copy the Windows Server configuration code, and replace the test code we just created. Finally, paste the folder path that we copied a moment ago. Now, a very important technical detail. Make sure to change single slashes to double slashes in the JSON path so you don't get an error. Click Start, and it's running. If we open a new chat window and check the tools, we will see that our AI now has native superpowers: focus, fill, launch, screenshot, snapshot, etc. That means we are ready. To test it, I'm going to paste a prompt I have prepared. I need help improving the app design because the current interface is not very pleasant. Steps: 1. Run the application. 2. Analyze the graphical interface. 3. Check if the functionality is correct after making the changes. I send it and wait. The first thing you will notice is that the AI runs the List Windows tool to see what's open and to find our app. By the way, I strongly recommend that you click the Allow Tool Execution button for this session so you don't have to manually approve each click or screenshot the AI wants to take. The application opens automatically. In the chat, we see that the AI asks to take a screenshot of a specific element. The AI, which knows how to code, is visually analyzing the disaster of the application and discovering the best practices to improve it. It identifies the whole list of issues we saw earlier. A few minutes pass, and boom, the new version of the application is automatically launched with the changes applied. The AI is doing real-time checks to make sure everything fits. If anything looked wrong, it would iterate and recompile, but at first glance, it looks amazing. The lower buttons now have beautiful icons. The profile photo finally has a logical icon indicating that there is a logged-in user. The menu and the search box have a modern look. But the AI goes even further. We can see in the log that it executes the fill command to write test text directly into a text box within the graphical interface. It is testing, as if it were a human, that the data entry works and does not break the layout. This opens the door to a wide range of use cases. You could automate character limit tests, form validation, and complex navigation scenarios. In the end, it delivers a detailed summary of every file it modified. Now that the main interface is fixed, I'm going to give it a bigger challenge. Create a second page to share images as if it were a social network. Again, the AI starts processing, writes the code, compiles, and we see the app running. But look at the chat history. The AI not only created the page, it automatically clicked the menu, navigated to the new page, and checked that the layout was consistent. It is a 100% automatic iteration process where we do not touch a single line of code. And something fascinating happened here. During its tests, the AI noticed it could not find a specific button. The reason? It was hidden under some pinned collections because the window was too small. So what did the AI do? Well, it used its MCP tools to enlarge the Windows window, reveal the hidden elements, take a new snapshot, click the new page, and complete the validation. It solved a physical environment problem by itself. If we check the full history, it is unbelievable. We see dozens of executions, list windows, focus on specific windows, closing old windows, taking multiple screenshots, and clicks. The result is, if I click the second menu icon, it takes me to a new page filled with cards that look fantastic and maintain the style of the whole app. Everything is ready for me to continue customizing it. This is how you can use an MCP server so that artificial intelligence takes control of your desktop applications and improves them iteratively. I want to give honorable mention and thanks to Scott Hanselman, the owner of this repository, who handled the migration and added this wrapper so that FlyUI works directly with Visual Studio Code as an MCP server. Thanks, Scott. Now it's up to you. Let me know in the comments what you think about this MCP server. Do you think you would use it in your daily work? Does it seem useful for maintaining or creating software on Windows? If you enjoyed this video, I invite you to give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned because more videos are coming on how to use AI to build truly practical solutions. See you in the next video.